Right. Okay. Another king, straight in a row. Dicky Two. This time it's dramatic. Richard III, for those of you that want the formal pronunciation. I got to see Jeremy Irons do this at the Royal Shakespeare Company in the United Kingdom, in England. And so therefore I am going to do an RP, received pronunciation, English accent during this Shakespeare monologue. Usually not done. We use our lovely American dialects. And just gonna try something. Go ahead, be brutal. Tell me how I did. Set the scene. Richard II went to Ireland. Shouldn't have done that. Henry Bolingbroke has usurped him. He arrives in Wales to find out that all of his men are killed and that he is no longer going to be king. Very famous speech when he knows he's no longer going to be king. He really did sort of see himself as divine. A lot of history points too. So it's the reckoning of knowing that you're done for and you're mortal, even if you're a king. Let's give it a go. Grab a crown. Is Bushy Green and the Earl of Wiltshire dead? No matter where. Of comfort no man speak. The stock of graves, of worms and epitaphs. Our lands, our lives, and all are Bolingbroke's. Nothing can we call our own but death. For God's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of kings. Some have been deposed, some slain in war, some haunted by the ghosts they have deposed, some poisoned by their wives, some sleeping killed, all murdered. For within the hollow crown that rounds the mortal temples of a king keeps death his court. There the antic sits, infusing him with self and vain conceit, as if this flesh which walls about our mortal lives were brass impregnable. And humid thus, comes at the last, and with a little pin bores through his castle wall, and farewell, king! For you have but mistook me all this while. I live with bread, like you, feel want, taste grief, need friends. Subjected thus, how can you say to me, I am a king? Okay, so in history, he was Edward III's grandson. He took the throne and didn't do very well. He was a very artsy, soft-spoken king. He did promote the arts, was a big promoter of Chaucer and of painting. So there was that, but he was an ineffectual king. That part is true. And think about this. Shakespeare, this is like writing a play about George Washington. He had reigned about 200 years before Shakespeare's time. So keep that in mind. That's how far away he was to the Elizabethans. So a little fun history fact there. Drama, that means next time there'll be a comedy. So yay. You know, it might be much ado about nothing, but it will be a comedy. Ha ha, hint.